Well, it looks like Mayor Mamdani and the city council are at odds and bound for a bit of a budget fight.
Briella, Tomassetti, what's going on? Because apparently the mayor wants something they don't want him to have.
Yeah, there's a little bit of tension on that front. I'll get to that all in just a moment. But according to the New York Post, Rosanna and Dan, the Mamdani administration formally asked the city council to amend its current spending plan. And here's where the contention comes in, allowing the city to tap into $980 million from a savings fund created by former Mayor Bill de Blasio back in 2021. The Rainy Day Fund currently has $2 billion, which city officials have never touched, even during the COVID pandemic and migrant crisis. The Post reports that Mamdani wants to use the money to alleviate the city's $5.4 billion budget deficit. He's threatened to raise property taxes by 9.5% if state lawmakers don't raise taxes on millionaires and corporations this year, arguing that it's the only way to fill the budget gap. However, city council leaders released their own economic forecast, which found almost $1.7 billion in additional revenue and possible savings, largely by eliminating long unfilled jobs from the budget. Speaker Julie Menon says that would help to close the gap and keep the city from dipping into its reserves. But Mamdani rebutted that proposal, stressing the cuts could impact services. They publicly clashed over the issue just last week.
There are 12,000 vacancies from July to February 28th of this year that were budgeted for but never filled. Those were savings. So it's looking at that. It's looking at debt service and variable rates around debt service. It's going into the budget and finding those important areas of savings for 2026.
The current proposal that you're referring to would remove more than $1 billion from personnel budgets across city agencies. That would make it significantly harder for agencies to hire teachers, police officers, nurses, other essential public servants who keep the city running every day.
The prospect of tapping into rainy day reserves was also opposed by City Comptroller Mark Levine, who added that the money should be strictly used for emergencies. According to multiple published reports, Mamdani is eyeing Menon's budget chief, Richard Lee, to become his finance department commissioner, which could further complicate the already tense negotiations. City Council budget hearings resume today at 9:30. The Committee on Public Safety is first on the agenda, set to review proposed budgets for the NYPD, the city's district attorneys and special narcotics prosecutor, the Civilian Complaint Review Board, or CCRB, and the Mayor's Office of Criminal Justice. NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch and all 5 district attorneys are slated to testify. City Council Speaker Julie Menon will join Good Day in the 8 o'clock hour. We'll be listening to what she has to say, Rosanna and Dan.
Yeah, we're going to try to figure out. I mean,
exactly.
We got a budget gap. How big the budget gap is, I don't know.